Hi guys, and welcome back to, what's this, 4? Or is this 3?
4.
Yeah, it is. Welcome back to episode 4 of season 2 of the Car Camp podcast in Manor. Well, hey. How you been?
I've been good, how you been?
Yeah, not bad. Pretty eventful, eventless week, to be honest with you. Not much has happened.
Oh, really?
Yeah, mostly just sitting back and not doing much.
What, by choice?
I suppose, maybe not. Where do we start?
From the beginning is usually the good bit.
Well, do you want to talk about what you did last week? Because technically this was this week. We should have already done the podcast by now.
Yeah.
So next podcast we're going to have half an event.
Nothing happened last week anyway, I don't think, did it?
I don't know. I don't think so. Kids' school shoes exploded. Was that last week?
I don't remember.
They decided to destroy their school shoes.
If that was last week.
I think it was. And then Maggie exploded her shoes again. What have you been doing about that?
Gluing them.
Just gluing them.
Yeah. It's worked so far.
And then I suppose we'll talk about the elephant in the room now.
Not for you this time.
Yeah. I hurt my neck a little bit. Yeah. Basically got slammed onto my head.
Well, it was more your neck.
Well, it was here. Right here. Because it still bloody hurts. I think I fractured my skull a bit. Which then slipped to the side and onto my neck and backwards and half scorpioned, but not quite a scorpion because it was only done via the neck, not via the body. You know what a scorpion is, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. For those that don't, it's where your chest's on the floor and you bring your legs up.
Have you even mentioned that it's wrestling thing?
No.
I don't think you have you?
Well, I didn't need... Oh, we didn't get that far.
You can't mention Scorpion and not mention that it's
Scorpion's
wrestling.
got sweet fuck all to do with wrestling.
That's it?
Scorpion is a way of falling over.
Oh.
See? So you don't know what a scorpion is. You're saying yes to shit you don't know.
I thought it was the move that you was doing on him.
No, that was the Walls of Jericho. Completely different. Scorpion is where you fall. Like, it's when you fall over. There's a whole section on ridiculousness about scorpioning. It's where you fall over and your face and your chest are on the floor and then your legs try to overtake your upper body. So they fold over like a scorpion's tail.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Well, I kind of did that, but my chest wasn't involved and it was my head and my face, and then my body tried to overtake my head and my face. Isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose.
Why are you looking so wide-eyed? Like, that was shocking. You've seen the video. The thing is, that was meant to be the simplest thing as well. It's always the normal stuff that gets you hurt. That gets me hurt. Like, I could try and do a 720 backflip and I'll land on my bum and be like, oh, that was sore. And then I'll fall over walking down the stairs and break my leg. Like this. It's never the cool shit that damages me. It's always the normal shit. And when I broke my hand, at the time I was doing free running, skateboarding, BMXing, inlining, and I broke my hand walking down a hill when it had been raining and I slipped.
I don't think I know that story.
Yeah. I mean, I took off and I landed on nothing but that finger, my middle finger, and it went that way, and it was across. Well, it was this hand even, so wrong hand I'm showing you, but yeah, it went across over that way like that, and I went
Shh.
I will not shush.
You will shush.
You will shush.
You will shush. You are vulnerable.
So you're still more vulnerable than me.
Oh, God's sake.
If we had a fight, I would win. Still.
Really?
100%.
I doubt it.
100%. You wouldn't stand a chance.
Okay.
So if we had a legit fight, you would not stand a chance. I'm not actually broken. I'm just in a lot of pain. right? I can put up with the pain if I would needed to actually do something. I'm not going to put up with the pain to do normal things. But if some bloke burst in through that door now, I'd kick fuck out of him, no problem. And then I would say that he caused the problem in my neck and take him to court.
You can't. You've already said it was through wrestling.
We simply would delete this and not air it. It's that simple.
So yeah, you did it in wrestling.
Yep. Slammed on my head by the biggest geezer ever.
Accidentally.
Yeah. Well, he meant to slam me, just not on my head.
He's him.
And she's oh.
So even though this actually happened technically this week, we're just going to talk about it now. Because there's no point leaving it until next week.
Well, I've got to
Because you'll be out the collar by then.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I can be out the collar now, but it's easier. So the pain is lower, but the discomfort is higher. So if I have it off, it's a lot more comfortable. But like when I just gave you the cheeky head nod and I went, oh, if I'd have done that without the collar on, I'd have been crying. Because it's really easy to forget that it hurts. Because I'll get comfortable and it doesn't hurt. And then I'll move like normal. And then I'll be like, oh, fuck.
Tell your story then.
Tell your story then.
Are you a fucking parrot or something?
You're a fucking parrot or something.
I don't talk like that.
I don't talk like that.
Fuck off.
Fuck off. Ow!
Come on.
Well, they already know that I got smashed on my head at training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But after training, you were fine. You felt better than usual. You
Kinda.
thought he'd fixed you.
Kinda.
Instead, he bossed you.
I had a pain in my neck prior, but it was like from sleeping funny and stuff. And when it happened, it removed that pain. Well, it wasn't that I could move my head in the direction that I couldn't move it previously.
Okay.
It did hurt, but it wasn't what I thought was bad. But then the adrenaline wore off. And then it got bad. And then I woke up in the morning and it got real bad. And then I went to work.
No, you still went to work.
And it got real fucking bad. And then I went to A&E. I had to come home first and get myself sorted and get myself suitable to go to A&E because I'd been at work.
Mm.
And then I went over on the bus. By the time I got there, it was like about nearly 4 o'clock, even though I left work at like 1. But I needed to put charge on my phone and everything, otherwise I'd have been completely fucked. More than I ended up being.
There's no point doing that anyway. Should have took your charger with you. There's plugs in
well,
there.
I wasn't expecting to be up there that long. That's the problem.
Yeah, but even in the waiting room, there's plugs.
What's that got to do with what I just said? I wasn't expecting to be up there that long.
Really? It's A&E.
Really? It's A&E on a Monday, like at fucking 4 o'clock. It's not when you expect A&E to be round to fuck. You expect A&E to be round to fuck when it's sunny, any point on a weekend, on a night time, especially on a Friday and a Saturday. That's when you expect A&E to be absolutely rammed, but it was fucking next level in there. But that's irrelevant because you've made me jump forwards in the story. So, come home, sort my shit out to go up there, and then go up on the bus, which was horrid. Every slight pebble in the floor, the bus was fucking bouncing. It was like the bus had pogo sticks for wheels.
Well, that's a bit much.
It really wasn't. That's why I messaged you. When I messaged you saying I might need to get off,
Yeah.
I was just on the ring road because literally every change in the floor, the bus was like,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really fucking killing me. And then I went up to A&E.
How did you get to A&E? Did you go inside or did you walk around the outside? Can you even walk on the outside anymore?
I don't understand the question. I went into A&E.
Yeah, but you got off the bus at the bus stop bit, right?
Yeah.
Did you walk around to A&E?
Yes.
Inside or outside?
Outside, because A&E has its own entrance.
How did you get there? Is there like a gap where... Because there's a new building there, isn't there, in the way?
You just walk around.
There's not a walkway in the middle of it then?
I'll repeat my last statement and see if you can work that one out.
Okay, alright,
I
just carry on.
walked around.
Okay.
I didn't walk through anything. I walked around.
Okay.
So what do you reckon?
Oh my god.
Went in, and then spoke to a lady, told her what happened. She gave me a piece of paper to fill out. Filled that out. Went to another lady and she said, don't give it here, you give it round there. So I went round there, give it to that lady, and she went, okay, take a seat. When I got in there was a sign that said it's about a 2-hour wait. And so I got there, we'll call it 4 o'clock. I finally went into the triage people at like 5:30, maybe a bit after, I think. And then come out, and then had to wait again. And then went back in to the triage people again.
Why?
Because the first time you go in, they just take your blood pressure, your temperature, and then send you back out. And then you have to wait again for another...
What do they do on your second time?
Half an hour. Then they actually say, what you here for?
Oh.
The first time you literally come in, they go, okay, I'm going to take your blood pressure. Which I tried to roll my sleeve up, and like my arms are getting a bit more movable now, but they weren't at the time, like they were to my side. I was trying to pull my sleeve up and it was killing me. She helped me pull my sleeve up to do it, which nobody pulled my sleeve up after her. Everybody just did it on top because it was a thin cut on top anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she had to help me pull it up so she could do it. And then did all the bits, and then she looked at me and she was like, are you in any pain? And I was just like, are you a fucking clue? You just had to help me pull my sleeve up because I couldn't do it because I was in that much fucking pain. What do you think? I didn't say that, but that was what went through my head. I just went, yeah, just a bit. And she was like, oh, okay, and then sent me out. And then I came in and spoke to the next ones, and obviously I'd got the video on my phone as well, so I showed them what actually happened. And she just fucked off with my phone.
Did she?
Yeah, she just fucked off with my phone, and then came back with the doctor then, and he was like, touched my neck a bit, and was like, right, I think you fractured your neck. Go to X-ray, just through that door, and then just sent me walking off to X-ray. As I went out, there's another lady, like, I don't even know what her job is there, like a porter, but she wasn't porting anything. She was just walking around. I don't know what her job role actually is, but she walked me to X-ray. And then when we got in there, they were like, oh yeah, just take them to the changing rooms bit. And that's what they're using as the waiting room bit now.
Really?
Yeah. So the pictures I sent you, this, what I was trying to say to you, it's not a changing room. I didn't get changed into anything. That's where I got told to wait.
Oh.
It was just a solid wooden bench that you get in a changing room, like at swimming baths. And they were like, yeah, wait there. And I'm like, I've got a possible fucking fractured neck here. You want me to sit on that with fuck all else here? It was ridiculous. They got nice big, and all the big chairs that you used to have to wait in. They're just out in the hall, just like along the halls and stuff. It's ridiculous. So I went in there, did my X-rays and stuff, which absolutely killed me because he needed me to look up so that they could get to my neck more with the X-ray, which up was the direction I could do the least. And then it was like, yeah, just go back around to the waiting area now when you get round there. Tell them you've had your X-ray and they'll sort you out. So I then had to walk back from X-ray round to A&E's waiting room area. So I had my X-ray at 7:25 because it was when I messaged you. So it was probably a couple of minutes before that. But we'll call it 7:25. 9:30, they called me in to look at the X-rays then. And they were like, it doesn't look like you've broken anything, but we need to do a CT scan. We just send you around to this other doctor. So then I had to walk around to a whole nother bit. I sat on a thing and he spoke to me a bit, checked me and what have you, and then fitted this on. And then he was like, right, you need to go back to the triage roomy type bit. And then he was like, there's a bed. Just sit on there. We don't want to lie you down or anything yet because we don't know how long it's going to be till you actually go to CT. So you don't want to be laid down flat for that long, like for a random amount of time. Just sit and just get comfortable, whatever. I lay down because I was fucked. And then I was drifting in and out. A doctor come in and was like, "What are you waiting for?" And I was like, "A CT scan, apparently." And he went, "Yep, okay." And then he left. And then I woke up again. Oh, and I'd asked them to call you, but nobody fucking did.
Mm.
And then I got up.
Was this before or after you told me you were going to turn your phone off to save some battery?
Way after. I turned it off because I binged up that I only got 15% left. So I turned it off and then I turned it back on. Oh, that was it. Because I went in there first and they said it didn't look broken. I needed a CT scan. I had to go and wait back in the waiting room again.
Yeah.
And then the other doctor came and then he called me through and then we walked halfway through the hospital to another place. Then walked back to the triage bit. But yeah, so I turned off. So when they said I hadn't broken it, I turned it back on to message you and message Ricky. Because I messaged him just going, I'm just waiting on my x-ray results now. Shouldn't be too long. That was when I messaged him and I turned it back off. And then I turned it back on to message to say it's not broken or anything. And it just went, 1%, turned off. So I turned it off at 15% battery. And then when I turned it back on, it was 1% battery and then died. But yeah, so I was waiting on there, on that bed for ages. And then like 1 o'clock in the morning, I got up out of the bed. And I was like, can somebody tell me what's going on? And this nurse was like, oh my God, we're going, who said you could get out of the bed? Go and lie down, you shouldn't be standing up. At which point I was like, are you for real? And I did say that bit.
You did?
Yeah, I was like, are you for real? Can we walking around the hospital with no neck brace on? No, I've got a neck brace on, I'm not allowed to move. And she was like, just go and lie back down. And I was like, well, I'd be nice if somebody told me what was going on. She was like, doctors have been in to see you. And I was like, yeah, not one of them's told me what's going on. They've asked me what's going on. It's not the same thing. And then she just spun around in a chair and turned back to the computer and ignored me. So I got back in...
The influence you have on people.
So I got back in the... I got back on the bed and then there was somebody down the other end of the thing going, nothing, car. Nothing, car. And I was like, are you fucking for real? I'm not allowed to move. I was like, yep, that's here. Nothing, car.
Stop doing it in a racist way, man.
That's how they were saying it. They weren't going, oh, Nathan Carr. Nothing, car. Nothing, car. And I was like, oh, fuck's sake. It's not even my name, but I'll accept it. Yeah, it took somebody else shouting, is up here. And they come up. And then, oh, that was it. When I saw the doctor originally, the one that put this on,
Yeah.
he was like, do you want some painkillers? Like, you want any pain, whatever the fuck the word they use is.
Pain relief.
Yeah, do you want any pain relief? And I was like, yeah, that'd be nice. And he was like, all right, I'll sort that out for you. So that was at like 9:45-ish. That one that was then shouting me just at 1 o'clock in the morning was the motherfucker with my painkillers. And they gave me 2 paracetamol. And that was it.
Oh.
And I'm like, you're taking the piss here. How has it taken 3 hours to authorise 2 paracetamol? And then went up actually onto the ward. And the guy up there gave me more painkillers. Which I'm pretty sure was more paracetamol and some codeine. And it was definitely not more than an hour.
Oh dear. Okay.
After I'd had the other. So it was definitely...
They should have checked that.
It was definitely... Well, he asked me. I was like, yeah, they gave me some just downstairs before I had my CT scan.
Yeah, but they should... never mind. You should be on the system.
Yeah, it probably was. From 4 hours ago when they were supposed to have fucking given me. Probably walking around the whole hospital going, nothing, car. And then fucking... It was like, I'll try this room. Maybe it's in here. That guy was alright. He thought I was a complete fucking nut job.
He thought you were a nut job?
Yeah.
What?
Because...
You went to work?
I went to work and I was walking around the hospital. And, yeah. And I showed him the video.
Did you?
Yeah.
What was his face like?
He was like, oh. That's what a lot of them did. And they went for an MRI the next day. And the nurse that took me to and from MRI was a bitch. Straight up. What? She was? Don't give a shit. Absolutely. Do you know what? I'll even go as far as calling her a cunt. Well, it was all on about like how safely to move me, and they were like, we don't need to log roll, but we need to do the slides and stuff, because I wasn't allowed to do anything. And she come in, and she just went, your CT scan was okay, so you can just move yourself over, get over. And I was like, they haven't been doing that with me, though. They've been sliding me and stuff. She's like, yeah, well, you don't need to move. And then laid my bed completely flat and put it next to the other bed. And I was like, yeah, but I can't. Like, I was trying to move and I couldn't. And she was like, well, you were sitting up fine. And I was like, yes, but you've laid the bed down.
Maybe you just like arguing with nurses.
Just those two. The one that was in the white thingy, like, she was lovely, and the bloke was lovely. And the nurse down in the CT and the ones in the MRI were lovely. It was just that one downstairs who couldn't grasp the concept that nobody had told me I wasn't allowed out of the bed, and they'd had me walking all over the fucking hospital until it had come back that I hadn't broken my neck. And then they put me in a neck brace and made me lie down and not move. Fucking just absolute special logic at the fucking highest order there. We think you've broken your neck, go for a walk. You haven't broken your neck, here's a neck brace, lie in that bed, don't move. Fucking idiots. But yeah, and then when I came back from the MRI, that utter bitch one, then was like, yeah, move back over. Despite the fact when I got to MRI, they wouldn't let me, and they made me do the whole sliding thing and everything again. I come back and she was just like, yeah, move over. I think she just couldn't be fucking arsed. Left my shit, like, way over the gaff. Luckily, one of the other patients had got their people visiting, and they got all my shit together for me. Because it was on, like, the wheelie thing that comes over to have your food tray on. Like, my headphones and stuff were on there, and my phone was on the charger, and they'd wheeled it like right back behind the bed where I can't even see. So they just come and wheeled stuff where I can actually reach it, and my water and whatever. And then she didn't even give me my buzzer either. And then I realised when I wanted to press the buzzer, she hadn't given me that either. Luckily, his lot was still there, so she grabbed it for me.
Yeah.
I pressed the buzzer then, and then it wasn't the bitch one that came back. It was a lovely one. Job done then. I didn't have any bitches after that. It was all alright.
That's good.
But then ended up just self-discharging because all the scans came back that I wasn't fucked. And they just wanted to keep me in to monitor my pain, which consisted of them giving me paracetamol and codeine, which, because I've got a high pain tolerance, I have a high painkiller tolerance, which they might as well give me fucking Skittles. At least they'll last longer, taste nice, and distract me for a bit while I eat them. Because I like to try and eat them in colours. So I'll just dig out all the yellow ones. There's no particular order, that bit doesn't bother me, just whatever I take out first. I'm going to eat all of this colour.
Okay.
So at least it would have distracted me for a while if they gave me like Skittles or M&Ms or something. But paracetamol and codeine just tastes like shit. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't really do anything.
Not for you.
Not for me, no. Well, they gave me some Oromorph, and that did very little.
Really?
Yeah. So I'm saying I've got ridiculously high tolerance to painkillers. Then when I had my hands, though, I had that one that was 1 below tramadol that did nothing.
I would have appreciated it if one of them would have phoned me and let me know what was going on. Because my point of view from all this was just like, Where's the fuck is he?
Where's he gone? Well, you knew I'd gone up the hospital.
Yeah, but I thought you'd have come back by then.
And me. Hence the reason I didn't take my charger.
Just after midnight, I phoned ED, and this bloke said, yeah, he's still here. He's got to have us. He's waiting for the scans. He'll be here for a few more hours yet. I was like, oh, okay then. Well, he's got a house key so he can get back in. And then at like 4 a.m, I woke up. Maggie was in bed with me. And you weren't. And you weren't downstairs either because I went and checked.
Yeah.
So I found ED again, and they said he's been... No, I looked on the visiting thing, and just like thought, if I put his name in, maybe it'll come up on one of the wards and I'll know where he is.
Yeah.
And the second one I tried, which was the emergency surgery one, and your name came up, I was like, what the fuck? Emergency surgery. So I found ED. No, I found that place first, the B5 bit, and they said, no, he's not here. I was like, oh, okay then. So I found ED, and they said he's gone up to emergency surgery. And I said, well, where is that? And she said it's on B5. I was like, okay then. So they put me through to that one, and the same guy answered. And I said, they've told me that he's on your ward, but in the emergency surgery bit. And he said, okay, I'll put you round to the station that you're on. And it went round to that, and then they answered the phone and then cut me off. So I found him again and said to him, look, I don't know what's happening because they're not answering the phone. Can you tell me what's happening? He said, I don't know the patient, I'll try and transfer you again. Not saying that you weren't like expecting emergency surgery or anything, just that, oh, he's on that part, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like, what the fuck have you done to your neck? And then it cut off again. But then you messaged me and said something like, sorry, babe, my phone died or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I found you. And then you don't even know what was going on.
No. That's the thing, they don't tell you anything.
No.
The whole system's a joke. Do it in 32 different bits. Most of it didn't need to be in bits like that. It's just fucking stupid.
Well, when I found out that you was definitely on there, I booked to come see you, didn't I?
Yeah.
You have to book now. And I went to see you first thing, and I went out to ask what was going on, because you didn't know. And your scans had come back clear at the time, and you was waiting an MRI scan, weren't you? No, we didn't know that at the time, because the doctors came in when I was there, didn't they?
Yeah, and then you knew them.
Yeah, it was off our ward. And they said you needed an MRI. And then I buggered off and came back later. But I'd brought your charger up by then, so you could actually talk to me.
Yep, well, I spent the whole day drifting in and out of being asleep and not. It's hard work being in pain. So yeah, that's the story of Wagwan.
Diddly 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 dip. The car clan.
Say it with your chest.
Say it with your chest. Go on in.
I don't know.
You don't know. You got nothing again. I've been pretty good, have I?
Well, it's hard to be annoyed with you when you're in pain.
No,
for an actual reason.
So, I'll give you mine then. Part of it isn't really a problem, but it does mildly annoy me. But then the after effect is the bit that fucks me off. When you get the kids in the car, you take the fucking car keys with you, despite the fact you could just unlock it from the door and you don't need to take them with you. So then I look around for the car keys and then realise, oh, I bet she's fucking got them. And then I'll come out to the car and occasionally you'll have put them in the ignition ready for me. But that's very fucking rare. And I have to get in the car and then go, where's the keys? And you go, I don't know. And I go, well, you had them. And you go, oh yeah. And then we have a fucking procedure of you checking which pocket you fucking put them in till they give me the keys, despite the fact you've been waiting in the car for me for 10 minutes.
Okay.
So you admit you do it.
Yeah?
Yep, good. At least we've got that beef out of the fucking way. That fucking chesty. Stop doing it. Either leave the keys on the hook and just unlock it and put them there and I'll get them. Or just chuck them on my car, on my seat will do. When you get in, chuck them on my seat.
Or put them in the ignition.
Or put them in the ignition.
Okay.
Obviously don't turn it on. But put them in, that's fine.
I always turn it on a little bit.
The problem's when I give them to you, like you have them, and then I turn to you and ask for them, and you look at me like a piece of shit. Like,
no, I don't.
Fuck you, you lazy wanker. Get the keys yourself, and then you realise, oh yeah, I've got the keys in my pocket.
I know something that annoys me about you then.
Go on then.
Whenever you get into the car, if you've locked up the house, you do this for me to set the keys off you.
Yeah.
And what we both do is just put the keys in the middle of us where your handbrake is. And I'm like, just drop
That's
them.
not true. The handbrake bit's normally full of stuff.
It's not. That's always where they go.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
It is.
It's not.
They went there today, yesterday, day before.
Because there's nothing in there at the moment.
No, there's still stuff in there. There's a toothbrush in there now. There's other stuff in there.
Yeah, but it's not.
That's where I always put it.
A little
and it annoys
thing.
me.
A little thing in the big gap is not a thing in there.
It don't matter.
When it's got fucking coffee cups and shit in.
I'll still put it there.
No, you don't.
I do.
You fucking liar! Because there's
I'm
nowhere
not
to.
lying.
When there's coffee cups in there, there's nowhere to put
It goes between them.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it
when
does.
it's got coffee cups in there,
I'm like,
nothing
I'm
goes
staring at
between
these
them.
keys and I'm like, what do you want me to do with them?
Well, you want
Just
me
put
to
them
start
down?
fucking driving? Just have the keys off me and
Just
let's get
put
on with the
them down.
drive.
It's the exact same as what you put them. If I'm not there, you just put them there.
No,
Okay.
I don't. I throw them on your seat.
Why?
Why? Because I don't like putting things in the middle. Because we don't have a normal fucking handbrake that you go. "Grrrt." We have a one where you press a fucking button on the side and you pull up a big fucking like jet engine throttle thing. And you have to lift it up and push it down. And if there's anything in there, the amount of times I've fucking caught my knuckles on it and nearly broke my bastard hands because you've decided to put a fucking can of Fanta in the fucking cup holder bit or some shit. I don't put anything in that middle bit if I can help it.
I've thought of another one.
Go on then. We're going to double these up, are we?
Yeah, go on then.
Go on then.
I hate how messy you leave the car.
I love it.
I fucking hate it so much.
Well then, you should accept the things off me when I pass them to you, and you could put them in
No,
bins and
this
stuff.
is.
When you're not there.
Yeah.
Exactly, this was your fault. If you were there, I wouldn't have to put it behind me.
I can't be in the car all the time, can I?
should
What you
learn.
can do is do what we did in Terry, and put a bag in there. Just put the shit in the bin, or better yet, just take the shit with you out the car as you go into the house, because the bin is right next to the front
I
door.
don't have the joys of that though, because I normally have to carry a bunch of other shit.
No, you don't.
Okay, I don't. I do, but okay, I don't.
I've watched you when you come out of the car after work. You don't carry anything other than your keys.
I've been at work. Last thing I want to do is pick anything up.
Oh,
Oh,
what a shame.
I know it is.
Make the car more presentable, please. Other people have got to sit in it. Okay?
The kids make most of the mess.
No,
so
they
they
don't.
Can sit
No,
in a
they
lot. Yes, they
don't.
do.
No, they
So
don't.
they can sit in a lot of it. And you sit in your front on your fucking side.
Yeah, and there's shit on the floor.
It's just crap off people's feet on the floor.
No, it's
there for
not.
the most part.
Wrappers off whatever it is you have is not just stuff off people's feet, is it? Babe.
It's not mess. It's self-expression.
Just put stuff in the bin. Okay.
We'll see. I'm not saying yes, I'm not saying no.
Go on then, you got another one.
You, despite the fact you say it's hard to be annoyed with you when you're in pain and shit, it's not hard to still try and give me a million fucking jobs to do and then not understand that I can't do them and then get annoyed that I can't
No, I
fucking
haven't
do
got
them.
annoyed with you.
You fucking liar.
I haven't.
Yeah, you do that thing. You do that. I'm not annoyed thing where you're blatantly fucking annoyed that I've said no, but you just pretend you're not because you know you have no right to be annoyed, but you are clearly actually annoyed.
But that hasn't happened today, because you haven't said no to anything.
Because I get that shit. Got it yesterday. I have had it today.
No, you haven't.
Have.
When?
And I said no to shit.
To what?
I don't know.
I've just said you haven't said no to anything today. And I haven't asked you to do anything, really.
You've told me to. You did nothing but tell me to.
You asked if you could go on the PlayStation, and I said, if you do the kids' tea.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You said, yes, but you're doing the kids' tea. And even if I'd have gone, oh, well, I won't go on a PlayStation then, you'd have gone, yeah, but you're doing the kids' tea anyway. And you know you fucking would. No. Look at that face then when you tried to go, shit, he's got me.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I
You
didn't
did
pull
this
a
little
face.
thing where they went, and then you got them back under control. Because you're like, fuck. See? You even know that it's true. I'm not fucking stupid. I've lived with you long enough.
Diddle 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 did the car clan.
And now for the long-awaited bit of the film review, which we didn't do last week because it was a quick, short one. And we're not going to fucking do it this week either because I've been in hospital. Quick, think of a film you watched once. What films have we watched that we've both watched?
Together.
Yeah. Spider-Man, the new one.
Yeah, that was good.
Review it quick. That was good. Yeah, brilliant. There you go. It was good.
It was really good. I love that film.
I enjoyed it. I was happy about... Come on, we can talk about it. If you don't want to fucking listen to it, skip forwards like 10 minutes or some shit. We're going to talk about it. Because it's been out fucking long enough.
Everybody knows that Tobey Maguire's in it.
If we haven't watched it at this point, it's your own fault for not fucking watching it. I was kind of happy that they were, but I was also a bit sad that they were.
Why?
Because a bit of me, with the Mexican trailer release, where you see Lizard Guy get punched, but nobody punches him, I was so hoping it was going to be Mike Morales. Because that would have been so fucking cool.
Well, you never know. It might be in a future one.
Oh, of course he will. There's no way they could not. Now they've opened up the whole multiverse thing. There's going to be a Gwen one as well.
Yeah, but they've closed it, didn't they?
No, because Tom Hardy's still there.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, they can't open it a little bit and not then explore it more. So that's a mini review on something we watched ages ago.
Yeah.
But we will do a proper one with a random fucking thing.
Yeah.
We literally did that just so that we've technically done it. The kids being the kids.
Yeah. Whoa, what did they sing in the car earlier?
They were singing, "Don't worry about a thing." And then Maggie randomly went, E-I-E-I-O.
No, I don't like her attitude lately.
They were all being little shite bags. Especially Willow. The attitude on that fucking girl.
Yep, she's got the terrible twos already.
Jesus Christ.
She turns 1 next week. That's mad, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I feel like we've always had her.
Yeah, it always happens when you have another kid, though, don't it?
It's weird.
It's very strange.
What is?
Look, just... You know when we did the clear blue test? That feels like yesterday.
Yeah.
And that was...
2 years ago, I don't know.
And then Maggie turns 5 the week after. Ish. Maybe a bit more.
10 days.
Yeah.
So it will be the following week.
Mm.
But obviously Willow's like on the Wednesday and Maggie's will be on like the Saturday.
Yeah.
So, woo.
The clock ran.
Go on then. Stories. Has anybody messaged with any topics yet? Message with a bloody topic. I know there's a whole bunch of you listening. If you keep going, I listen to the podcast. Fucking writing.
Oh.
What?
I had someone message me.
Did you?
Yes.
Go on then.
Do you remember on last week when you said that every now and again you mention something from...
Yeah.
Well, they told me that not once have they ever heard you say any of these things.
Who's this? My mother? Probably.
No.
Who then?
Have a guess?
I just did, you fucking
Have another
plonker.
guess then.
Shannon?
No, it's not family.
I don't know. Jono?
No.
I'm out of fucking ideas then.
Alan?
Oh, why would Alan hear me say these things? I don't say it at training. I don't hang out with Alan in real life.
In real life? Or is he not your friend, really?
Yeah, but he's my
Oh,
training
I hang
buddy.
out with him more than you.
You probably have. You've probably hung out with Alan more than I've hung out with Alan.
Oh well, I've got someone who agrees with me that you don't say it, so I'm just reveling in that.
Okay.
Do you have any stories to tell?
I need a topic. And I'll give you a story.
Who's your favourite child?
That's not a story, that's a question. And at the moment, Willow, because she's the one that doesn't fucking play up as much.
You're not supposed to be
You
able
put
to
her in the
answer
chair.
that.
You put her in a chair and just throw food at it. The others are fucking nightmares at the moment. But they're
Yeah,
all going
Willow's
to
a
be...
nightmare as well.
Not really. Not for me, she's not. Just put her in the chair and throw food at her. Job done. There you go. Come and have a cuddle. Here's a bottle. Oh, look, you're asleep.
I hate you for that. You do.
That's not a topic to tell a story about.
The funniest thing you've ever seen.
There's all different levels of this, though. Now, you see, the funniest thing to me ever when I was younger was it was a It was basically a GIF that had then got a laugh track put on top of it. Yeah. And it was like a tabby cat, and then the head was cut out, and the head did like bounced up and down. Yeah. And it was like, and the laugh track that was put on it was like just hysterical laughing. It was like, yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fucking hilarious, and I nearly died from watching it. But it was like a continual thing that just looped forever and ever and ever.
Yeah.
And I was laughing so hard, I got stuck on breathing, and I couldn't breathe back out. And I was, I was like nearly dying.
How old were you?
How old would I have been then? Maybe 13, 14.
Fucking hell.
It was just one of those things that got me right in the tickles, and it fucking killed me. And you know what? I've tried finding it, and I can't find it. Like, you'd think it'd be on YouTube or something, that you'd be able to find it. I just can't find it.
Is there anything that's actually funny?
I then saw, which again, we thought was hilarious. I mean, it wasn't. It was a brutal assault, but it was, but we thought it was hilarious. So we used to go, but have I told this story? I've definitely told people this story recently. So we used to go up Birmingham all the time when I was a kid skateboarding. And we'd go up literally as soon as it was light and we were allowed to leave the house because it was light enough to leave the house. So sometimes we'd get up at Birmingham, we'd be up there for like 6 or 7 in the morning. And we got up there the one day and we bought a McDonald's and we were sitting outside the old library, which has been knocked down now. We were sitting outside there eating a McDonald's, and this pissed up guy from the night before, obviously, because it would have been Saturday morning, was trying to rob a bike that was chained to the thing, and he managed to get the bike off and tried to go away on it. Security guard come running out and basically clotheslined him off the bike and then was trying to, like pin him to the floor kind of thing. And this black guy with dreads come running over, fucking smack the security guard off this guy. The guy, because he was still clearly shit-faced, thought the black guy was the guy that had knocked him off the bike and started kicking the fat guy around, fucking hitting this black guy. Security guard then got up, and the black guy had attacked him, so he's hitting it. So now it's a 2-on-1 assault on this black guy who come over to try and help the guy that was robbing the bike. And we all just sat there eating a McDonald's like this, just watching the fucking chaos kicking off. At the end, the black guy was like, I'm out, and he just fucking left. Oh, I once saw a midget fall down the bus. That was funny. He got on the bus. It was back when it was the 006. You know, the hill that we used to live like on the side of? No, the other side, the one where the cost cutter is.
Yeah, where Lidl is.
Where Lidl.
Lidl is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So at the top of there's a bus stop, and he lived around there somewhere. And he got on, and he was going to towards his seat, and the bus pulled off, and he just went forwards like this, and he went to grab the bars, but his arms a little. And he went, oh shit, and he missed it, and he fell over a bit, and then we went down onto the hill bit, and then he rolled down to the front of the bus. And I saw an old lady sit on him once.
What? What do you mean?
He was sitting in the disabled seat.
Yeah.
And this old lady just got on the bus with her shopping bags, and she put him down, and then she just sat in the disabled seat where he was sat. He went, oh! This is his favourite noise. And then she was like, oh, I'm sorry. And then she sat just in the one opposite him and basically just stared him in the eyes the whole way to town.
Oh, do you have any funny stories from when you was with the what are they called?
Air Cadets?
No.
Bands?
The learning disability people.
Oh, fucking hundreds.
Tell one of them.
I'll change names.
Yeah, obviously,
For the sake of changing names. We had the two gyms. So there was Down Syndrome Jim and then Black Jim. They had to be best friends because they were both called Jim.
Okay.
That was their logic. And Down Syndrome Jim was allowed to have his own flat and everything, and then people would just pop around just to make sure he was okay. I went around there one time and they were like, Jim, have you been getting all your mail? And he was like, yeah. Like, oh, because the neighbours have said they haven't been getting theirs. Now, it was like a masonette's flat type thing. When you go in, the letterboxes are like pigeonholes just with their numbers on. He was like, yeah, I've been getting mine. And I'm like, oh, because the neighbours said they haven't. He went, yeah, no, I've got it. What do you mean you've got it? And he went, yeah. And he got it in shoe boxes under his bed. For the neighbour, each neighbour's one, unopened and everything. It wasn't like he was going through it because he was worried somebody would steal it out the pigeonholes. So he was collecting it all up and keeping it in shoe boxes so nobody could steal it, but then never fucking giving it to them. So he got like fucking 3 months worth of letters in shoe boxes under his bed. And then we had another guy we'll call him Kieran for the sake of changing names. He was obsessed with river dance.
Okay.
And he was a big lad. He was like 6'2", 300 pounds. Like big lad. And he was obsessed with river dance. And it didn't have to be river dance music for it to be river dance. We were in the Tesco the one day, and he registered the music playing, and he just went and just river dance shot down the fucking aisle, legs going up in the air, like full on river dancing. We were just like, oh shit, don't know him. You just have to wait till he's finished his routine. We'd do it if we were at the centre. As soon as he cottoned that there was music on, boom! Like proper stamp his feet, arms out, and then he'd just fly down the fucking room, and then he'd turn and fly back across the fucking room. Can you imagine what he's like when he's got the full length of an aisle to go? You just have to pop into Tesco and just be like, can you turn the radio off before we come in? For your own good. There's a girl called Jenny.
Are the names relevant or not?
Not really. We'll change the name anyway. We'll call her Jenny.
Does it matter?
Yeah, because then when I don't have to be like, oh, and then this one, because that sounds really fucking derogatory when you're talking about people with special needs. Whereas if I give them a name, at least it doesn't sound like I'm being an arsehole about them. Because they are loving stories. They were absolutely brilliant. Oh yeah, the two gyms. Back to the two gyms. Black Jim, all he wanted in the world was a job. And I worked at McDonald's as well at the time. I got him a job in McDonald's, and it was the best thing ever. He literally did like an hour a week. And it was his most favouriteest thing. It took us like a month to get him out of his fucking uniform. We eventually got him down to, you can wear your hat, but your uniform is only for when you're at work. And he just never took his McDonald's hat off.
Oh.
Because he's that fucking, yeah. When I say it took us a month, I mean like literally a month to get it off him. Like he would wear it to bed and then come in back in it. It was like, you need to take it off so you can wash it. Because he was just, that was all he wanted. And more than anything in the world, he wanted a job. But obviously he didn't have the capabilities of actually having a job. So they had him, basically he'd just give out some balloons to kids and they get him to like clear off the tables. But we had to get him to be like, right, count to 10 while you do it and then go to the next table, because otherwise he'd stand cleaning one table for the whole hour. Because he just didn't understand that that's clean, so then he move on to the next thing. But and just opening the doors for people and stuff, and he loved it. And they paid him with a McDonald's, and he thought that was the best thing in the fucking world as well. So, Jenny,
Yeah.
She had Down syndrome as well, and she couldn't do anything for herself at all. Like, you had to open a lunchbox for her and put the sandwich out so that she could get it, and she'd sit there and she'd kind of colour in, and that was kind of it for the most
story.
part.
I know it.
Like, she could barely do anything for herself.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had to be given a lift home the one day because the bus hadn't come. And she got out of the car and she went, "Mum," and went running down to her mum and give her mum a hug and everything. Whereas she made out like she could barely walk. And then her mum came over and was talking. And was saying, "Oh yeah, she loves it. She always talks about like all the stuff that they do and everything." And I'm like, she can't do anything. She's like, "What are you on about? She cooks fucking dinner and everything." So she just realised that she could get people to do anything for her if she pretended she couldn't do it herself. But yeah, she was borderline capable of having her own flat. Like, she would cook dinner. I think the only reason she didn't is because her mom wanted her at home, not because she couldn't have had her own flat. And she would cook dinner and everything at home. And then she came in the next day and was like, "Hi." And like, "Yeah, fucking, come on, get on with it." I think that's all the ones for now.
You'll have to think up some more for next week.
Yeah, I'll think up some more bits. I haven't, because I've been asked if like I really did kick a girl in the mouth and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
For who?
Alan. Because I'd said if I didn't have a story, I'd just make one up.
Yeah.
But so far, I haven't had to make up any stories. They've all been actual things.
It's terrible that you've kicked a girl in the mouth.
She deserved it. Bitch, ruining my swing. Thank you for joining us and listening to another fantastic episode of the Car Clan podcast.
Top quality content, this, isn't it?
Fucking top notch. The thing is, people love it. Do you know what though? You've actually been getting better at not being an arsehole, and we're not arguing as much, and I think that's why people aren't enjoying it as much. It's going to cause some imaginary problems next time, so that
What
we
do you
can
mean?
argue.
You want us to argue, do you?
Well, that's what the original season was, mostly us arguing about the things we were trying to talk about. Whereas now we're a lot more amicable.
It's because I've come off the pill.
Is that what you're blaming? Okie. But yeah, we'll definitely do the film. I've already picked it.
Have you?
So we're going to watch it.
Oh, without discussing it with me first?
No, you don't get to you get to pick one next time.
Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know that's how it was going on.
Yeah, we're going to pick a random fucking film. Preferably that one of us haven't watched and then the other one has, and away we go.
Okay.
But yeah, go and do all of the likes and the subscribes and shares and all of that stuff. Go in there. Go and give it a share just so people can see me in this stupid thing. They'll love it. We are slowly gaining people.
Yeah, we're nearly at 400 subscribers now, actually.
I meant just at the podcast.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like someone from work, and then there's a few from training started listening.
Oh, really?
Shout out to the new listeners.
These special guests, we should have like everybody from training on.
Just everybody from training. I know we'll have to get Summer on next, I think, because she's fucking vile. The shit that comes out of her mouth, you'll have to edit 90% of it out.
Really?
Yeah, she's horrendous.
She seems like such a pleasant little girl.
Oh no, she's vile. She kicked me in the face.
Maybe you deserved it.
No, she just likes to hurt people. So I always end up working with her, and I am the one that always gets hurt.
But no, I'm serious. We should get more people in on him.
That's what I just said. I said we should get Summer next. Because she gets some quality
she does
content.
her debut as well, doesn't she? So
Yeah, you can't put that in there.
no.
Well, actually, you can, because it'll have happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she will have debuted yesterday.
Yeah.
Bum. But yeah, she's vile. She's the one that told me the pink pigeon joke.
Is she?
Yeah.
You're not allowed to say that on here. He's been him.
And she's been her. Bye guys.
Diddly 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 dip. The Car Clan.